I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm not here to waste your time. I did NoFap for 30 days and it has genuinely changed my actions, my decisions, my thought process. So I'm gonna give you guys a little insight on what you will start to feel like and what I personally have felt like after these 30 days. And believe me when I tell you it's a drastic change. So firstly and foremost, confidence just absolutely skyrockets because when you're always doing these things that you know are kind of like wrong, you intrinsically know that it's not natural to watch other people have sex and then you're watching not even in person, you're watching through a screen, and it's just so highly accessible that you understand that that's not right, it's not normal. The reason that we produce sperm, the reason that we have sex is to reproduce, and that's what your brain is wired for, reproduction and survival. So when you're doing this just purely out of like pleasure or boredom or horniness, you kind of start to go against your biological standpoint. And when you go back to the ways, everything will start to connect again. Because right now it's disconnected because of this just like every single day of fapping with your own fucking hand, bro. Like, that's the second thing. You just don't feel guilty anymore. You don't feel guilt. I don't feel guilty. What am I gonna feel guilty about? I don't fap. I don't touch myself. Every single time when I used to do it and just like lay there afterwards, I would just feel like in my stomach, I just didn't feel good. Afterwards, I didn't feel like doing anything. That's why you get so tired afterwards. That's why you probably bust out and just go straight to sleep and you wake up feeling groggy. Like that, there's a reason for that. You're number one, like wasting all that precious energy. It literally creates a life. If something creates life, one creates life, and you're just wasting billions just for a 2 second pleasure, you got to start to like think about that really. It's not like, oh bro, it's not that deep. It is that deep. Like it really is. That's what it is. It is that deep. Start to think about it a little more. Start to put a little more worth on your nut. Like, I know that sounds weird to say. Put a little bit more worth on your nut. Your nut is not just used for your hand to rub your dick for a little bit and then just bust all over, just waste all that energy. That's not what it was used for. And when you hold that in, you will start to see that you gain all the benefits of holding it in. So another thing that happened was a lot more discipline. So if it works like this, like a circle. You need discipline to not touch yourself, but when you don't touch yourself, you gain more discipline. And it just took off my ability to stay true to myself, stay true to my principles and my habits. Every single day, I've done the things that I've needed to do. I've journaled, meditated, read, worked out every single day. But when I wasn't doing it, when I was doing it, sorry, I realized that if I did something that was not good for my like habits or my life, like if I played video games, I would also bust that night. So I just completely cut out video games and I just completely stopped jerking off too. It's not just like, oh, I'm gonna slowly cut it out. No, you need to do this for yourself. You will feel so much better. My skin looks so much better. My skin, like, literally, like, feels like it's glowing sometimes. I physically look better. I look more energized. I feel more energized. I wake up in the morning and I don't feel groggy. That's one of the things that is absolutely amazing. I do not feel like shit. I feel good. For once, I feel genuinely good. I am more, I would say, like, I don't want to use like this word because it's so like overused, but I genuinely feel higher testosterone. I haven't like done the test, but I genuinely feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that would usually get me emotionally upset don't anymore. I feel like I'm able to put on muscle so much easier. I would do push-ups. I don't even feel, I would do like 100 push-ups. I used to feel like that was so impossible. Now I do it, I don't even feel sore. So it's another thing, like your physically you will improve. You will improve physically, you will improve mentally because you will start to think more positively about yourself when you're not constantly just beating your own meat. You're going to start to think positively. Um, Another thing is that if you want something, if I wanted something, it would be so much more easy for me to think about it and then get it. Whereas back then, it would be difficult for me. I would feel brain fogged. I would just be like, it's a waste of time. I'm not going to get what I want anyway. And that negative mindset just completely changed. I have such a more clean, positive mindset once I've been on 30 days of NoFap. And it's actually just truly life changing. Like, it genuinely is. I don't remember the person that I used to be. Well, I kind of do, but I don't want to remember it. Like, that's not even me anymore. And I don't think I could ever go back to that. Just a little bit of advice, tip. If you feel like, busting, it's so not worth it. Like, that's all there is to it. When I was like, when I said I was gonna do NoFap, obviously I went through so many like failures, so many. And at some point I was just like, yo, like literally enough is enough. Enough is enough. You keep telling yourself you're gonna do it for a month, and it's only been 3 days. Like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you stop? Are you truly this addicted to watching other people fuck and you touching yourself to it? Like, no, like that can't be me, right? That can't be me. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna create a new fucking human being. I'm gonna create a new person. And every time I feel horny now, I'm just like, it's not an option. It's not an option. You're gonna get so like you're gonna get actual like erections, not just from like watching other people, because that's like fake. That's like a half, not really feel good. This is like a true how it's meant to be kind of feeling. And when you get that feeling, you just feel so much more human, really. And when you're able to resist it and be like, yeah, I feel this way, but I'm not with anyone that I could do anything with, that is the peak. You peaked and you're not going back. And you will thank yourself in 30 days if you start today. So do what you gotta do. But that's all I got.